This video is going to show you a little bit about what's happening in the market right now in Calgary, city of Calgary. And then we're going to also talk a little bit about property prices, supply and demand, and what's driving this crazy hot market that we've got. So yeah, let's dive in. Jeff, tell us about it. What's happening in Calgary right now?
Yeah, well, I'm sure if anyone's been watching the news, you'll see the reports. There's huge demand right now. We had record sales for January. It's kind of reminiscent to what the market was doing back in 2006 when I first entered the residential industry. And there's a ton of demand and very, very little supply. We're seeing a lot of out-of-province interest, primarily Ontario and BC, something that we've talked about a lot. I don't understand why this hasn't happened a lot earlier, but it's all seeming to come together at once. And people are seeing the attraction to moving to Alberta and also investing in Alberta.
Why do you think it's happening now, Jeff? Why do you think that sudden influx of folks from Ontario and BC coming to Alberta now?
Yeah, I think it could be a few factors. I think that there's some nervousness around being invested in the stock market right now, so people are looking for safe havens. Real estate's a good one. You look at Alberta, the fundamental economics, $91 oil, we're going to have a very strong financial year, and the affordability. I mean, what a seller might sell in, call it Guelph or London, Ontario right now for $1.4 million, that kind of typical house, you can buy that same house here in Calgary for, maybe $550,000 or $600,000. So I think there's a lot of attraction towards the province and just the lifestyle.
Yeah, I think maybe another thing that's interesting to think about is typically there's only 1,000 to 2,000 home sales per month in the city of Calgary. So it doesn't take that many people moving here from out of province to significantly change that number, right? If you're moving from out of province looking to buy a home here, it only takes a few hundred people per month, and that has a massive impact on the demand here for homes. So what are some of the other than the buyers from out of province, what are some of the other driving forces behind the hot market right now?
Well, low interest rates, and I think not just the current market environment for low interest rates, but that fear or that belief that they will increase. So a flood of people wanting to get into the market before that increase happens. The market expected the Bank of Canada to move the overnight lending rate last meeting. I believe they meet about, 8 times a year. So again, the market is now anticipating an increase at the next meeting.
Yeah. So I guess taking all of that together, Jeff, what does that mean for buyers and sellers right now? What are buyers and sellers facing in the market?
Yeah, there's a very large shift of power, and it rests with the sellers right now. So especially in the detached market in Calgary, detached and townhouse, semi-detached type product, we're starting to see supply tighten up on apartments, but in the detached segment, there's so little inventory that most homes are going to market. Agents are saying, you have this viewing window, maybe it's 12 to 6 on Saturday, and offers are being received and reviewed 7 p.m. on Sunday, as an example. And we're seeing a lot of listings like that. On average, I think we looked at all detached homes in 2022 that had sold, and on average, it was something like 2.9, they sold for over 2.9% over the list price. Wow. So there's a lot of overlist offers. There's a lot of competing situations, and sellers are evaluating offers as they come in.
Yeah, and maybe you want to talk us through these couple of examples here, some recent sellers from Bōde.
Yeah, a couple sales that our sellers experienced in January. So what's kind of exciting about these two sales is they were both Bōde listings, so the seller was self-represented, and both the buyers came self-represented as well. So what that means is that they were very efficient transactions, and both buyer and seller realized great cost savings. So on the one example, this was a home in Airdrie. The seller saved almost $20,000 by selling to a self-represented buyer. And both of these homes sold very, very quickly. They were on the market fewer than 7 days, I believe. So yeah, very happy people. the apartment condo on the right, I believe, sold to an Ontario buyer as well. So there's a good example of, it's not just investors entering the market, but it is a younger generation here. This was a millennial seller to a millennial buyer, and this person is not looking for investment; they're actually looking to move to Calgary.
Brilliant. Well, let's leave it there for now, and just to let everyone know, if you want to take a look at all of our data tools on our website, Bōde.ca, you can find them all there. If you want to see what your homes are selling for in your neighborhood, you can find that in our sold data tools. Otherwise, we'll see you again next month. Thanks very much.
Thank you.